Hey everyone, before we get into today's video, I just want to remind you guys to check out the Sad Milk collaboration channel. It is a fun channel between some of my YouTuber friends and I, including myself, obviously, Oz Media, One Topic at a Time, The Click, Salty Reddits, Wonderstruck Guy, and Flinders. Link is in the description box, make sure to check it out down below. We are uploading videos every single week. Hello everybody, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Blair, or the Illuminati, and today I'm talking about an MLM that's actually failed, and pretty miserably. I'm talking about Tyra Beauty. So why discuss it at all if it's failed? Well, the whole why Tyra Beauty tanked has sort of been a mystery for some time, and many people don't even know this MLM existed. In fact, I didn't even know it existed until I saw a few comments from you guys actually saying, cover Tyra Beauty's MLM, and I was like, what the heck are you guys talking about? So I looked into it, and shit, y'all were right. Anyway, this company is particularly shady, and that's not me trying to make a terrible eyeshadow pun, I promise. Their ads will make you cringe, the slogans are particularly eye-roll worthy, and overall, I'm just excited to dig into this dirt with you guys, so let's get right into the video. I won't get too deep into who Tyra Banks is. I'm pretty sure most of you have at least heard of her, and I want to focus on her MLM endeavors more than Tyra as an individual. But for one of the world's quickest recaps on who she is a supermodel, actress, and TV host. She started America's Next Top Model, she's appeared in Gossip Girl and in music videos for Michael Jackson, published a book called Model Land, and even had a talk show called The Tyra Banks Show. She has a ton of controversy surrounding America's Next Top Model, and I've got quite a few issues with her, really. But needless to say, she's a celebrity with a lot of sway, a lot of connections, and the capability to start a successful company simply because her name is attached to it. Rihanna started Fenty Beauty, Kylie Jenner started Kylie Cosmetics, Tyra started Tyra Beauty. It's not out of left field for a celebrity to do something like this, and hey, as long as the products work and people enjoy them for more than the name alone, then what's the harm, right? Well, from the onset of Tyra Beauty, it just started a bit, well, different. Apparently, her celebrity status and knowledge about the beauty world wasn't enough for Tyra. She wanted to seem even more qualified, so she claims she went to Harvard Business School, and hey, that's awesome, right? Well, she didn't. In 2012, Banks told anyone and everyone that she graduated from Harvard Business School, posing for pictures with her supposed diploma. But as Jezebel, another news source, reported, she was in fact graduated from the Owner-President Management Program at Harvard, a non-degree granting certificate course at Harvard. Banks was not a Harvard student, but a person taking classes at Harvard's campus, but you can see how that got confused in shorthand. Tyra just wanted that clout, to be able to throw around the word Harvard to sound more capable than she actually is. And hey, there's nothing wrong with attending a course on Harvard's campus. That's fine. I applaud her for that. But the lies make her lose all credibility and just look scammy in the end. But hey, this is also from the woman who pretended to have rabies on her television show, so, take that stretching the truth quality however you choose. Anyway, the company began in 2015, and Tyra started a sort of advertising campaign. The Why I Started Tyra Beauty commercial or recruitment ad or whatever you want to call it is a classic MLM stuff. Not only does Tyra start by telling the viewer the struggles her mom went through, leaving a bad marriage and making a better life for her children, but she implies that Tyra Beauty will give that to the viewer. If only my mom had a company like Tyra Beauty back then. Sound familiar? It's like when the CEO of Herbalife said that if only his mom had Herbalife products back when she was trying to lose weight, she wouldn't have got addicted to diet pills. This is so off-putting that I just don't have words for it. She's using someone else's difficulties for her gain. It doesn't matter that it's her mom. Because the fact is that Tyra Banks' mom didn't make money through an MLM. She was a professional biology photographer and the director of the Medical Media Center at the Hospital of the Good Samaritan. She established London Photography, a home-based glamour portrait business. Tyra's mom was an entrepreneur, a true boss babe, if that's what you want to call it. Besides, why is Tyra sitting there acting like, oh, if only my mom had a company like mine? She didn't need a company like yours. Her mother worked her way up in just a few years. Yeah, we've all got bumps in the road. Leaving a difficult marriage doesn't sound great, but it does sound like a perfectly valid reason for why someone might fall on hard times. But to imply that those hard times wouldn't have happened if her mom was in an MLM, that really rubs me the wrong way. Further into the video, there's a bunch of buzzwords like financial freedom, groundbreaking, social selling, innovative that you'd also hear with MLMs. I'm just waiting for her to say that they empower women, and then I'm pretty sure my bingo card of MLM buzzwords is complete for this one. She calls big, fierce, outrageous goals, BFOGs, her sellers beauty trainers. Like beauty entertainers? I don't know. It goes on to explain that you don't need any qualification other than passion. You don't need to be a makeup artist, salesperson, or have a million rich friends. But are you sure about that? Because how can you demonstrate the products effectively without makeup knowledge? How can you sell with no experience? And what friend without money is buying a $22 lipstick? I'm not saying that beauty trainers need this experience to sign up, but to be successful, you can't tell me those things don't matter. You have me to lean on. I'm your CEO. I've got your back. Oh man. Yes, I'm sure you do, Tyra. We'll get into just how present she was for these beauty trainers later, but just remember that she said this because it's got to be one of the biggest insults to her downline's intelligence I've seen so far. So before we get into the products, horror stories, and the sweet, sweet failure, I have to talk about these advertisements, music videos, and laughable nonsense, because when Tyra was promoting this company all over America's Next Top Model and trying to put it out there to the world, she made some of the weirdest advertisements. We've got her in this bootyful music video acting so sarcastic like, women who wake up all natural and perfect, more power to them, I guess. What? Like you're a beauty line for women, but you're hating on women that don't wear makeup so you can promote to women that feel like they need it? And then she asks the question, what about the rest of us? And answers with we've got a lipstick, get it good. So I guess the message here is if you don't wake up perfect, you've got to wear lipstick? You do realize that no one wakes up looking like they're wearing lipstick unless they've literally slept in it, right? Then she says, I ain't no perfect chick, my booty run a little thick. I mean, thick booties are in right now, and a little bit of caboose never hurt nobody. But like, the model in this one is literally like bent over backwards to try and get her butt sticking out, and she's a model like runway thin. Like, I'm sorry sis, but that's just not your aesthetic. In fact, pretty much everyone in this video for this thing is runway thin. There's no thick booties anywhere. If you're slender, that's awesome. If you're thick, that's awesome. Do you. But Tyra is advertising we don't wake up perfect and we run a little thick, while skinny models with flawless skin are parading everywhere. It's absolutely laughable. Then they just repeat work that hallway like a runway in an aggressive singing about 50 times and show Tyra running her hands all over her body in a mirror to someone that wants to become a beauty trainer, and makeup products coming from a tumbler at a bar. Like, I'm not making this up, guys, I promise. I know it makes no sense, but I swear, it's a real thing that happened, and oh my god. It's also worth noting that she made America's Next Top Model contestants be a part of this, so she wasn't even paying for advertisements here. Plus, it's not as if ANTM is inclusive of all body sizes and different people, so how can you go around saying this makeup is for people who don't wake up naturally beautiful, but only have actual models promoting your product and not real people? And the other advertisements were just as hilarious or concerning, depending what angle you want to look at it. There was once an awkward, insecure girl with a dream. Now, if I didn't know any better, that sounds like the beginning of a shitty Lele Pons book, but that's for something else. Tyra, you're a supermodel. Who are you kidding? She started modeling at 15. I'm not saying models can't be awkward, but come on, you're ridiculously famous, and this outsider, I'm so quirky and awkward statement is literally a yikes from me. Dare I say, it even warrants the yikes on trikes. My goal is to help you become the CEO of your life. Does this statement sound like bullshit? Yep. Yes, it does. Pretty sure I'm running my own life, actually, and pretty sure everyone else is too. I'm not saying there aren't rules or consequences for our actions. Someone else may be the CEO at the job you have, but pretty sure everyone is the CEO of their own life as long as they're an adult, really. Plus, Tyra, I thought you said I'm the CEO earlier. You know, in Why I Started Tyra Beauty, that video? No? Okay. You can start your own business by selling Tyra Cosmetics, aka start your own business by selling products that I own the right to that are my own business and I let you call yourself a boss so you feel empowered. Did that sound right? Oh, that might be a little too long for branding purposes, my bad sis. But it gets so much better though, it seriously does. I mean, what even is this? Can someone confirm with me, do hand models sit there doing finger push-ups? And what the hell is this weird green screen? Seriously, what are these weird, awkward commercials? This one though, oh man, this one has got to be one of my favorites, and I'm like literally dying over here. Anyone that wants to kill your dreams, smack your flat, juicy, skinny, saggy, fat lash. Oh my God, Jesus Christ. This is great. Not the product, but I can't wait until the next time someone annoys me so that I can just shout this at them. Who approved this ad? The weird promotions for her products just continue. She has people singing Itsy Bitsy Spider for like literally no reason. And how does this help put on makeup? I just don't get how this helped anyone find the place to contour, but sure, okay. She also has everyone using their fingers, not a beauty blender. I mean, sure, it's not terrible. You can use your fingers. I personally am probably one of the few people that still really prefer using a stippling brush, especially for my foundation, but like whatever. I feel like just using your fingers is gonna get really, really messy. And perhaps it's not the most sanitary thing when you're on the go, like some of her other tricks have been. But all right. We've had some laughs. We've learned to smack our flat, juice, skinny, saggy, fat lashes on people that want to kill our dreams. Oh, my dreams are being killed by that statement, honestly. So now let's take a look at these groundbreaking products. Even though literally everything is out of stock and the company is, well, dead, you can still go to Tyra Beauty and look at the products. The first product under face is her Light in a Stick highlighter. It's got positive reviews and it isn't cheap by any means, but I'm not trusting that considering the amount of beauty trainers that may have rated this. Hell, a lot of the products seem to have overly positive reviews on our website, and it's a pretty common thing with MLMs, at least as far as I've seen. However, I was able to find a few first impressions reviews on YouTube using these products. One young woman, Lindsay, tried this product called the Oops Liner, an eyeliner with a sort of corrector on the other end. I mean, I'd rather just use my own makeup remover rather than pay extra for their corrector, but that's fine. It's not a horrible idea in concept, it's just smudgy and doesn't really work, at least not for her. It looks like trying to use a washable marker or something rather than an actual liner, but hey, maybe her eraser was defective. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like it, because even people that worked for this MLM said the eraser didn't work for them. So why is Tyra putting products out there that don't work? Now, as for the reviews, I tried to find people that weren't Tyra Banks fans already because I really wanted this to be as unbiased as possible. However, a lot of people on YouTube were fans or beauty trainers or beau trainers or whatever, so I won't lie, finding what seemed to be like a truly honest, impartial opinion was not easy. The tinted moisturizer for one woman, Bethany, provided light coverage and seemed to cling to dry spots, but overall, she was pretty happy with it initially. Later, it got very oily though and creased. After resetting it, things were okay, but yeah, generally a very oily look at some points, though Bethany ended up rating it an A-. And for a retail price of $32, that's not a bad price as most companies charge around that price or more. So it is financially competitive. So are the prices insane? No. They're average as far as I can tell for average products. Just nothing special or crazy here. But Tyra said this was groundbreaking. So the fact that they're just not even cruelty-free or vegan just tells me how groundbreaking they actually are. Now, they say they're cruelty-free, by the way, but wouldn't clarify on their cruelty-free statement or provide any proof, so I guess we're just gonna have to believe that with a grain of salt. Plus, considering the website was dead with everything being sold out, I'm pretty sure I wasn't able to view all their former products. So, alright, we've got products that are either meh or downright dangerous, like any MLM we've seen on this channel. And then we've got the insane, overhyped, off-putting advertisements that are almost hilariously awful. Really, this should spell success for an MLM, right? So why didn't it? How come this failed barely 2 years down the line in 2017? And this is the mystery. Tyra's margins were pretty similar to what we see in most MLMs, and by that I meant that her beauty trainers, beau trainers, whatever, could barely make a damn thing. Beauty trainers receive 25% of the retail selling price of items they sell either through their personalized beauty trainer websites or through in-person consultations, with a 5% bonus for selling $500 to $999 in a month. Which, by the way, is a whopping $27.50, and a 10% bonus for selling $1,000 in a month. With Tyra Beauty, you are more likely to lose money, but Tyra Banks will make money regardless of whether or not you sell anything because beauty trainers pay an initial $59 fee and then must purchase an $80 basic starter kit or a $139 beyond basic starter package. However, while her profit margins seem pretty in line with other MLMs, much of her company is, Tyra had quite a few things I think that led to her downfall. One is the very, very confusing compensation plan. Although we've seen bonuses and percentages plenty of times before, Tyra's beauty one is one of the strangest I've ever seen. Entry-level beauty trainers buy into Tyra Beauty by purchasing an $89 Biz Kit launch bundle, which includes promotional materials and a 5-minute tie-over makeup set, as well as a $50 credit to use on Tyra Beauty products. To keep a beauty trainer account active, one must generate $500 in sales over a rolling 3-month period. Personal purchases can apply to this total. All beauty trainers make a 25% base commission and then additional commission after they reach particular sales thresholds. If a beauty trainer sells more than $500 of product per month, she makes 5% of that number as a bonus. If she sells more than $1,000 of product, she makes a 10% bonus. By enrolling other beauty trainers, the original salesperson can earn 3% of her direct recruit's sales. The next level is called Bling Beauty Trainer, only achieved when the original beauty trainer sells $250 worth of product in a given month and has 2 active people enrolled below her who each sell $150 that month too. The next level is called Bronzer Beauty Trainer. The Bronzer Beauty Trainer must sell $500 worth of product herself, have at least 4 active beauty trainers under her, and have a team volume of $4,000 in monthly sales. There's more about leveling up that just gets even more in-depth confusing. Racked tried to explain this all in 2016, and they even said that beauty trainers didn't try elaborating this system to their potential downline. It was that annoying to understand. If you're going to hook people, you've got to do it quickly. You take an hour explaining to someone how they get paid, and well, that's just not going to work. Tyra also neglected to see just how controversial MLMs can be. When the business failed, she said, "While the direct sales channel grew from a few hundred hand-selected beauty trainers during its initial beta period in the spring of 2015 to several thousand by 2017, doubling revenue each year, the decision to close the channel was due to certain challenges typically associated with direct selling and multi-level businesses. The success and positive momentum in the direct sales channel has been astonishing. That success has come at a price, and over the last year it has become increasingly clear that there are challenges with the direct sales channel that are simply not compatible with the mission and ultimately the business. The brand's commitment has always been to help empower people by giving them the tools and encouragement they need to succeed. Tyra Beauty will continue to sell its innovative, transformative cosmetic and skincare products through its e-commerce operations, www.tyrabeauty.com, and other channels where it is excited to continue to share its products, mission, and message." And there we have it, guys. Empowered. Bingo! I have hit the jackpot for today's video. Every damn MLM buzzword in the book, I swear to God, I knew we'd get there. Now, obviously, this isn't entirely true because Tyra Beauty is all sold out online and has been for ages and shows no sign of restock as far as I can see. In my opinion, Tyra realized what it really means to be an MLM and the legal hoops you have to jump through. After all, there's a ton of FTC guidelines in place to stop pyramid schemes, ones that Herbalife has broken and other MLMs we've seen over time. I obviously can't say if Tyra Beauty came close to breaking those, but darting around these laws without getting sued isn't easy, because it's not supposed to be, and a lawsuit for her company would tarnish her celebrity reputation. So around this time where she decided to close the business, she was also dealing with a lawsuit from how she treated a contestant on America's Got Talent, so maybe she simply didn't want to deal with any more legal battles. This is pure speculation, so I truly cannot say for sure, but it seems feasible to me, and considering the reason Tyra Beauty tanked is a mystery, this is as good of a reason as any. It could just be that Tyra Beauty didn't stand out in the beauty world. Maybe they weren't aggressive enough with expansion. I've got no clue, honestly. But if I had to bet money on a reason, I'd say it's a combination. But what we can be sure of is the tremendous fallout this had and the furious former Hunbots that called Tyra out when the doors were closed. As one former beauty trainer put it, selling makeup to your friends is weird. At first, it's like when everyone at a party is afraid to take the first chip, all of us standing there looking at the smoky smize palette like we've never seen eyeshadow before. Then Erica picks up 3 sticks and begins contouring her face as expertly as any Kardashian. Everyone else joins in. Their assessments of their tie-overs are mixed. The eye pencil and mascara are hits, and Erica's contouring really does look great. But Amanda thinks the face makeup is too shiny, and Marissa calls the brow gel terrifyingly intense. They buy a few items, an eyes in a stick, a light in a stick, and the Stick With Me makeup setting spritz, earning me $18.75 in commission for the night. All told, I've made $27.75 for my first month as a beauty trainer. I suppose I could keep going and try to make back the rest of my initial investment, but I'm not going to. I'll just use the products I have left for myself. These people were working hard, genuinely. Even though we all know how I feel about Hunbots, how frustratingly pushy and stubbornly ignorant some may be, I'll say this: they are some of the most underpaid people out there, and that's not a joke, that's kind of a fact. Seriously, $30 for a month's worth of work? That's not even enough for a grocery bill. So you can imagine that when these people lost the pitiful job they did have, many were rightfully pissed. One woman said, "At Tyra Banks, I cannot believe I used to look up to you. I just can't hardly believe what you did to all of us beauty trainers, as you called us. We worked and struggled and hustled on the daily for supposedly us, but it was all just for you. I will never look at you the same again, and I will not support anything you put your name or hands on. You are a pathetic excuse for an entrepreneur, a business owner, a leader, a celebrity, and really even a human." Another said, "Just imagine going into something and investing your time, money, gaining customers, and maybe even making it to the top of the company, and they're just like, 'We don't need you anymore, thanks for building up my brand.'" If Tyra Beauty had continued selling, that's exactly what they would have been doing, using those Hunbots to build up a brand to just turn around, leave them in the dust, and throw them out like trash. So what can we make of Tyra Banks' MLM? Well, it was founded on the basis that natural beauty is unfair. Her sarcastic, good for the girls who wake up looking beautiful comments are straight up rude, because how is bashing good-looking women empowering to women? It's a weird marketing strategy to take, and she said this despite being a freaking supermodel. I'm sorry, but that's like if she walked around in a fat suit saying how difficult it is to be overweight and seen as unattractive. Oh wait, she's done that too. My point in all of this is that MLMs are inherently messed up. There aren't good ones, because asking why there aren't good MLMs is like asking why there aren't good laundry detergents to drink, okay? The business model itself is flawed, and the fact that Tyra, a supermodel that went to a single Harvard class, decided to start one doesn't make them any more or less reputable. She had all the knowledge in the world to know better. Seriously, she could have so very easily done 10 minutes worth of research and realized this wasn't it, and this was not the best business model for herself or for her employees. Whether you want to cite lawsuits or the scamming is a reason, it doesn't matter. It's not hard to find this information. But with all that being said, that's where I'm going to end today's video. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. What do you guys think about Tyra's beauty line, and why do you think it actually ended? And if you guys liked today's video, make sure to hit that like button. If you guys are new to the channel, subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. And if you guys want even more content from me, you can pop open my description box and you're gonna find links for all of my social media, second channel for my puppy Casper, or my collaboration channel with Sad Milk. Links for everything are down below. So again, guys, thank you so much for making it to another video. I love you so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.